Free Rotation Podcast.
¿Cómo está bien?
Me llamo Bubby. ¿Y tú?
Mi amo Booby.
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 Booby. Wow. Hello. I fucking know, Chris. I was really breathing in to talk. And you're like, intro.
You know what's funny? New Year, still the same bullshit.
Ain't fucking
New Year,
on.
same me.
New Year, same me.
Intro. He just breathes in so hard. It's so good.
Hey, Free Rotation Nation. Welcome to our podcast. I'm Baby the Hair. I'm joined by our legal advisor, Becky.
Hi, guys. Welcome back. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well in these trying times.
I'm joined by Chris the Cunt.
Hello. Happy 2021. I hope everything you want comes through this year and it doesn't suck as hard as 2020 did.
Fuck you. And then we have our head honcho, El Presidente, Angela.
Hello.
Oh, okay. that was great. Yeah.
It's fine. It's Angie. It suits her. It suits her. Anyway, kids, do you know how shitty New Year's Eve is? This has nothing to do with our topic, but I'm fucking ranting.
It
for
kind of does.
Yeah, we're going to start at the top of this with not what we're
It's
doing.
still a 2020 story.
Yeah. Tell the last day of 20. Everybody go around.
yes,
Yeah.
the
We need to talk about the
20.
last thing we did in 2020 because I had a fucked up thing happen to me too.
Okay, let's start with Bobby.
Start with
Then we'll
Bobby.
go around.
So, you're dating a girl, you know. She comes out with your friends and stuff on New Year's Eve. You expect, New Year's Eve kiss, right? So I do that. She runs away. Afterwards, to the bathroom, and then my friends go with her because we're all friends. Apparently, she was crying. She's like, I'm not ready for this. I was like, oh, cash. So that happened.
For a New Year's kiss?
For us to be dating / New Year's kiss. In general. So she sent me like
It's just a kiss.
I know.
That's rough. I've kissed randoms on New Year's.
I know. And I was like, cool. That's my first New Year's Eve kiss ever, by the way.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, did you get kissed or was it?
It seemed mutual. Like, we both moved together and shit and did it. And it lasted a good, 5 seconds.
Was she inebriated?
No, she was pretty sober. She only had, one White Claw.
Pretty sober.
No, she had one White Claw. We've only been there since, 10:30.
Okay, your first problem is she's drinking White Claw.
I drink White Claws.
If you ever need
Your
to know
first
if
pro-
Bobby
second
dates
pro-
white bitches,
Your
White
second
Claw.
problem is you drink White Claw.
I drink White Claws. Fuck off. They're tasty.
Okay, well that, wow.
And now things are awkward.
You know what?
Well, yeah, they're awkward. Why
Yeah.
would she cry because she kissed you?
Yeah,
It's not like you asked her to marry you and
Yeah.
give her a dowry.
It's not like she moved in for a kiss and you're like, lower.
I get to see her tonight.
grab her by the top of the head and
the tip.
shove.
I get to see her tonight, so we're going to see what that fucking...
Have you talked to her about it?
I messaged her yesterday about it, and she opened it and didn't respond.
I was about to say, these are like the pinnacle of 2020 dumpster fires that could occur.
Yeah.
Well, okay, your story sucks more than mine,
Yeah,
so
that's-
never mind.
That's
No,
rough.
go ahead and tell it.
No, we were playing Minecraft, right?
Okay.
And it was literally 10 minutes before midnight, and I fell into a pit of lava and lost all my gear that I had worked very hard on.
Aw.
That was a very sad day for me. I was like, out of all the times I could lose it, it's literally 10 minutes before 2020 ends.
Fair.
So that was a sad thing.
And so then going off that, Becky then mysteriously blames me and takes it out on me. And I'm just in a mind mining.
Didn't take it out on you. I was very
I said,
frustrated.
where are you? Because I was going to go see if I could save it. I have a lot of fire resistance. Maybe I could go get it. Becky's like, it doesn't matter where I am.
The devil.
Hey, Becky, have you thought of being nicer to your future waifu?
Yes, always. But we've discussed this.
Thought of it. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm asking she's
So I was
thought. You
gonna
don't have to
say,
do it.
say, we
It's
had
been
this
there.
conversation yesterday, and the only time we really do get in each other's faces about stuff are
Video
random
games?
video games.
Oh, dude, you should hear them on Valorant. They
I
are
have.
brutal to each other. It
And
is.
then we get off and I'm like, you played so great. She was like, we did well.
You
I
look-
liked your headshot.
Do you ever shout at Angie or Angie? Do you ever shout at Becky? Your labia is like a fucking fruit roll-up. It's so goddamn long and tasty.
No.
that'd be wildly inappropriate.
That's the whole point.
No.
All right, well, this is awkward. Now, what about you, Chris? Did you have a good 2020? And
I worked, and then I wasn't at work. Watched the New Year's come in. My wife had her friend Amber come over. They hung out. They shot some photos because they do photos, and
Yeah.
I went to sleep. It was exactly like 2019. I don't party anymore. The roads are crazy, and people
No,
are
yeah,
nuts.
oh yeah.
COVID is a real thing, so I ain't trying to go meet
Yeah.
a bunch of people. I got invited to some parties, and I was like, nah,
Yeah.
nah, we're not
fam,
doing that.
We'll
Yeah,
chill.
we're not.
Maybe-
And honestly, the
next
weather
year.
kind of got crappy the
It
night
did,
before.
but even then, like, I drive every day, so weather doesn't really bother me so much. But it's just, I don't want to be around that many people,
Well,
bro.
it's not just the weather, but the drunks that are also driving
Yeah.
and people like super partying. I'm like, you couple all that together and you could just hear sirens all night. You're
Oh,
like,
dude, yeah, no,
Oh, I
Yeah.
Ubered. I'm fucking stupid.
yeah.
I just don't
Well,
want to be
we
around
went to a
folk.
convenience store and got donuts and
Nice.
Cheetos and Oreos because it's our last day of eating unhealthy.
Yeah. And then, played video games. That's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she died.
I did play Magic Arena Cube because it was the last day of it until like
Yeah, yeah.
12:45, and then I went to bed.
Fair enough.
well, so
Well.
that wasn't what our podcast was about today.
No,
but
no.
we're going to go back. We're going to take it back. So,
We're gonna take it back.
So
Take it
we
back
had,
now, y'all.
so we, this year we were talking about what we wanted to do for our first episode of the new year, and we talked about doing New Year's resolutions. Which, I mean, it's fun every year to do that. We could probably talk about it at the end of the year, or end of the episode. But
And also, my New Year's predictions last year came shockingly true. When I'm like, haha, there'll be a pandemic. Ha ha ha.
yeah, thanks, Angie.
The
omnipotence.
Your
There'll
fault.
be crazy animals and insects.
You
flying
did
around.
this.
Yeah.
Well, and
so I'm feel a little
But
self-conscious.
yeah, the 2020 was a unique year for things. So there was a lot of things we didn't get to do, a lot of things we didn't get to do.
Yep.
And we still are kind of in that weird mess as it is, even though, come the election, coronavirus was going to be gone.
Yeah.
So still here to stay for a little bit. So we missed out on a lot of weird stories because we were talking about this pandemic a lot. So I had the idea to come up with 2 truths and 1 lie. And if you've ever played 2 truths and 1 lie, you know that it's basically a game where you have 3 different statements you make. So if we were just doing it based on who I am, like I'm a lawyer, I hate Critical Role, and I am wearing a pink hoodie. So you have to guess which one is the lie.
The lawyer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm glad you figured it out. So what we decided to do is we took 3 news articles that sounded absolutely
Bizarre
absurd.
news
Yeah,
articles.
absurd, weird, whatever it is, from 2020, and we're going to play 2 truths, 1 lie, and try and guess who came up with like a most absurd story that could have sounded like it happened in 2020. Now, there's always absurd stories, but this year, with everything going on, it's not, or last year, I guess now, it just seems like it'd be a lot of fun. So you guys can play along with us. So here's how the rules.
What are you doing?
I'm getting my papers ready. Here's the rule works. One person will go. They'll read their 3 statements of their stories. I prepared like a little 1-sentence statement, like to kind of go along with it. And then everybody has 1 minute to ask questions about that article to figure out which one is the truth and which one is a lie, and then we can tell exactly what the article is about. So who in the class would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, Bobby's going first. All right, Bobby.
A star disappears. The blue star, known as a luminous blue variable, is very far away from Earth, and it's been observed for the last 10 years, and then just fucking disappeared,
Okay.
like right in December. And they're like, this doesn't happen. The fuck's going on?
Okay.
Maybe an elder god sneezed too hard or something. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
A pair of gay penguins stole an egg from a pair of lesbian penguins. At a zoo, a pair of gay penguins stole an entire batch of eggs to hatch as their own. The gay penguins named Tux and Flipper have a reputation for doing this constantly. Who the fuck knew the gays were kleptomaniacs?
And they stole from the lesbians.
I know. Yeah. I didn't know animals could be gay, but apparently it's a thing.
3%.
Yeah.
3%.
It,
And there's 2 of them in the zoo. Interesting.
almost every animal species has homosexuals.
It's like 3% across the board.
Yeah.
And then an Armenian man fell in love with his own hair. Turns out it was haunted and a wig the whole time.
Wonder which one of those is false.
Yeah, I made it fucking super easy. Get the fuck over
I was
it.
about to say, do we need a minute to
No,
ask
you
these
don't.
questions?
I know about the gay penguins because I was going to use that one. I'm like, there's no way one of these people doesn't pick gay penguins stole from lesbian penguins.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Stole them
I
all,
like
too.
how
Not
you-
just like one egg. They took the whole clutch and ran off with them.
I like how you also
amazing.
picked Armenian man, like Armani or something like
Yeah.
that. To play along, we'll give it a minute. So, Bobby, your hair is haunted and a wig?
False.
Okay.
That man's hair was haunted and a wig?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
The wig was haunted.
Oh, I see.
What did the wig look like?
It looked like something out of Saturday Night Fever. John Travolta.
Oh, so it wasn't like a waifu type thing?
No, it wasn't like a
Okay,
it was just
okay.
weird. I said I didn't fucking get it. I'm like, how are you gonna fall in love with John
What
Travolta
hair products did he use?
They didn't say so in the article.
Oh.
But I
What did he
imagine a
use?
lot of hairspray.
It's in Armenia, so probably like used motor oil
Yeah.
and
Are they
And the
related?
tears of their mothers.
spit,
I
whatever.
was,
Yeah.
about, I was about to say, are they related to Kim Kardashian?
No.
Oh, well, I didn't know there was more than 6 people in Armenia.
Apparently there is. I didn't fucking know this either.
System of a Down dude, isn't he Armenian?
No, he's something else.
Are you sure?
He might, no, he
he's
might
already
be.
extra.
I think Serge Tankian.
He's
Maybe.
something else seeing.
I think he's Armenian.
What
Yeah.
color was his hair?
Black.
Oh,
They
duh.
are-
I don't know why.
They are a dark-haired people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess there's only 2 answers, black or white.
Hey, you fucking racist.
Because
I'm just saying, if you go gray,
Becky, you're the only brown person at the table. Why do you can be so
True.
racist?
true.
All the time.
I'm not racist, but I am a brown person.
You're a little cyst. Sus.
a little cyst.
Assist.
Tumor,
You're
too.
right.
No, it wasn't like that. Like Race says, she's a little cyst.
All right, well, I guess
Oh,
our
I got you.
I guess our minute is up. Who wants to guess on what Bobby's truth
What was the
is?
first story?
The blue star disappearing.
Oh, yeah, that was fucked up. Especially because it's a blue star. It hadn't even reached the end of its life cycle.
And it
Black
may,
hole.
It may be blocked. Again, there may have been something that moved in front of it.
True. So which one's fake, fuckers?
You know, it was a really hard
Yeah.
decision, but I think I'm gonna go with the Armenian.
No, it was the blue star. No, of
Did,
course.
did
the fucking
anybody
hair.
else see that?
I saw it move, but I thought it was because you hit the. I saw you hit the
Oh,
the line.
Thank God. I didn't know it.
Yeah.
It's
I
weird.
guess the haunted fake wig.
The haunted fake wig. It was a hard one, Bobby, but I will say that
That's what she said.
that
That was a
what
hard
I-
one, Bobby.
Yeah, I read about the gay penguins and it made me giggle.
Yeah.
Like they stole all the eggs.
I'm gonna try and I'm hoping that we all didn't because we all were looking up weird stuff. So hopefully we got a bunch of obscurities.
I sent mine to Moreland like you told me to.
Oh yeah.
I did too,
No,
but I
I
never heard back from
I
him.
think we all ended up with different stories.
I think with the family thing, I just didn't bother.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't gonna bother him because he seemed
What family thing?
his
girlfriend.
fiance's great grandmother passed away.
Oh.
You want to go next?
Sure.
Okay. So, did you want to tell us anything about your articles?
The first two were true, the last one wasn't.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
No, like they're like it's what is gay penguins stole from lesbian
I mean, you
penguins.
really can't top that afterwards.
Yeah.
Like they didn't say why there was a scientific reason why they stole it.
No, they're
But-
just fucking greedy.
Before we start, the one I didn't use that I really wanted to because I was worried someone else would use it. Did any of y'all do the Catholic priest in New Orleans?
No.
Damn it! I should have used it.
You can still do it?
It's too late.
We have a couple of stories we kind of want to talk. Angie has one too. She wants
Yeah.
to talk about that.
Yeah.
Like she was gonna use, but didn't make the
It kind
cut.
of related back to the podcast episode, and that one would.
Oh, this one kind of is bananas crazy, but I figured someone else would use it.
No, you got to now.
Uh,
Like, at least
I
we
mean-
We'll go
talk
through
about
it, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Angela.
Okay, so, did you guys hear about the monoliths popping up all over the world?
No, tell me more.
Yeah, they appeared in Utah and California and Colombia and the UK and Belgium and other places. A couple of artists have taken credit for it. They mysteriously pop up and go away. And the one in the UK said not Banksy.
For
so
value.
we know that one. The one in California was gingerbread. They've been made out of mirrored surfaces like aluminum. Oh, in El Paso, Texas.
Yeah.
And the one in Colombia was solid gold. So thus, whoever made that one, like, okay, dude.
The
Flex
Mexican
on
drug
us.
cartel, either that
No
or
kidding.
coffee maker.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and you know what? In the Marshall Islands, a ghost ship appeared, full of cocaine.
Where?
The Marshall
In the
Islands.
Marshall Islands, it just floated in.
Can I fly down there?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So they board this ghost ship that's been for years just floating around out there, and it's literally loaded with cocaine. They don't know what happened to the people. Probably a storm or something.
That coke's not good anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know if cocaine has an expiration date, really.
It's probably gotten wet and shit. I
Yeah.
guarantee it's been sitting out there.
I guess if you're desperate enough, you could want it.
Not only that, they probably wrapped it pretty well.
Oh,
It's
maybe.
probably weatherproof.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
wrapped and it was stamped, I think, with EW on it. And so they burned
Entertainment
most
Weekly?
of it. Yes. They burned most of it and sent 2 of it in to be analyzed.
Why would you burn it?
To
No.
clear this in.
Money.
I do know that sometime past year, a bunch of cocaine from a sunken ship washed up on the shores of like Amsterdam,
Yeah.
and their beach travel greatly increased for people trying to go out there and find
Yeah.
kilos of.
I bet
It's
did.
like the
Yeah.
like the gold rush of like the 1800s, but it's the cocaine rush.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
white
Amsterdam.
rush.
Yeah, the white rush.
$40,000 bag of cocaine.
And all you see are
washes
people
up.
just like twerking, like tweaking out,
Yeah.
tweaking and tweaking out.
Apparently, the way the ocean's currents go, a lot of stuff washes up in the
Yep.
Marshall Islands. A lot of drugs, a lot of ships, just a lot of craziness, but mostly drugs.
Nice.
Yeah. So we're gonna move there when, like,
Yeah.
open a seaside business.
Who wants the frick cocaine?
Me.
My boat.
If you lick it, it's yours.
Yeah, you just go stick a flag on there. It just says Angie.
Yeah. It belongs to me.
This
That's
worked
all
on the
I'm
moon.
saying. Have you guys heard about the prolific voter fraud?
Okay.
There have been ballots burned in Pennsylvania. There were people transposing ballots. There was in Ware, Georgia. There were voter machines stolen.
Okay. You're really making this a little difficult. Bobby went fake hair and a wig, and you're like, do you want to hear about the pulse of the news from the last year and how it
Yeah.
could be like
Yeah.
nuanced? All right. Okay.
Okay.
Let me ask some questions. The voter fraud, was it confirmed to actually be voter fraud?
It depends on which news station and outlet you listen to. But there is video.
News.
There was a live feed of the transposing of the ballots, and there was a video of the ballots being burned.
Okay.
What was the first story?
The
Ghost ship.
Go,
Monuments.
No,
the
my
monuments.
monolith.
the monoliths, yeah.
Monoliths.
Which monolith did you find most creative?
I would have eaten the gingerbread one. It's gingerbread, and gingerbread stays good for a long time.
And I didn't hear about the gold.
The gold one in Columbia.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
How
'Cause-
tall is it? Did it say?
It's the same. I
Like
think
the
it said like 4 to
4
5
feet?
feet. Yeah.
That's bananas
And-
expensive.
Yeah. And then the mirrored one, and
I know the one-
think that's the Belgium one,
Yeah.
the mirrored one.
The one in Utah, there's actually a video online of them when they toured, when they
Yeah.
took it down and were hauling it out of there, and it was just like stainless steel with like
Yeah.
rivets and bolts.
And the one
It wasn't
in El
like
Paso, when they knock on it, it's like aluminum.
Yeah.
It's hollow. What was interesting at first were these things went up, nobody saw it, and they came down and nobody saw it. But then a couple people were like, oh, we saw 5 guys come in, and they're like, leave no trace.
Yeah.
So conspiracy theories are still out there, but like
Well, the one in Utah, I'm pretty sure it was basically confirmed it was just an art project that
It
they
was.
took
Yeah.
pictures in front of. Like
Yeah.
there are pictures from like 4 years ago
right.
of people in front of this thing, so it's just been sitting
And they
out there,
say,
Yeah.
the Utah and California one are ours, and then it's like other
Yeah.
people picked up on it.
which sounds
Listen, I would
pretty
tell-
normal.
There was one in our local area. It was a
Yeah.
monolith or whatever.
Yeah.
But the ghost ship was an actual ghost ship.
It was an actual ghost ship.
So I think by ghost ship she means like there's no one on there.
Yeah,
it's
no
just
one was
floating
on
by
it.
itself.
Oh, I was thinking like the movie Ghost Ship.
No, it's not like a
Jesus.
see-through. When
Like
the moon
Davy
hits it
Jones's
just
locker.
right.
Did you ever
Kinda
watch
thing.
A Vampire in Brooklyn?
Yes.
It looked exactly like the Vampire in Brooklyn.
Unfortunately, I did.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy shouldn't be a vampire.
Nope.
But yeah, it looked a lot like that. Just a cargo ship
Yeah, full of cocaine.
full of cocaine. Like, literally full. And nobody on it.
All right, I'm gonna take a guess and say voter fraud. Bob?
Voter fraud.
I really want to say the solid gold obelisk.
You just
Yeah.
want to be different.
We'll go voter fraud.
It was voter fraud. So the video of the ballots burning were sample ballots.
Yeah.
So the video actually existed. It was just misrepresented.
Of course.
The transposing of the ballots were damaged ballots where they're copying the answers to a scannable Scantron. So it could actually be counted. The ones that were dumped, they weren't actually... It wasn't even true. The postal worker, he guy's not even a postal worker. He
Yeah.
doesn't work for the post office. The guy who's
Right.
like, I dumped a blah, blah, blah. In Ware County, where they say the machines were taken and votes changed to Biden, Trump won that county by 70%. So
Aggressive
People-
changing.
Yeah.
I chose this one to show that this is news, and it is 100% false.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, there is a legit story behind everything. But yeah, the gold one in Colombia, that's the one that I'm like, what is happening here?
Yeah, that's banana. I mean, it very well may be just like a trolling,
Yeah.
drug
Yeah.
dealer's son who has $1 billion. He's
Yeah.
like, let's do something funny.
Solid fucking gold,
Yeah.
man.
And the one in Belgium, or one of the ones, it had like this interesting script and scroll on it. That one looked a little unusual.
That's cool.
But the Colombia one, I might have to look into that one.
Well, I do like that you did try and use like something that was on the pulse of the news and fit the narrative to it. That was
So-
what
Yeah.
Truth, Truth, and Lie is.
So in this one, I resonate with really well because I literally Googled fake news 2020 to see what other people
Yeah.
were doing.
Right. Yeah.
Don't even fucking bother because it's all just here's why the mainstream media is
Oh,
false,
yeah.
and I'm like, dude, I don't want to hear about all this.
yeah,
Does
Yeah.
no one? Is there no creative left? Come on.
Well,
Well-
I googled fake news and it was just the voter
Pages
fraud
and
thing
pages and pages of it, and I was just
so I
like,
was like,
mm-mm.
eh.
yeah, I had to go with weird and
I
bizarre
didn't want
news.
to,
Yeah.
but I was just like, I think this would be good just to pinpoint.
I found a subreddit for what I.
I think we.
Yeah,
I
it helped.
think our articles are slowly fitting our personalities because you're like, I want to teach something.
Monoliths. Fake
Bobby's
news.
is like
Go
Gay
shit.
penguins.
You know what?
I
you're-
think I'm on
you're
the gay
right.
penguins train too, though.
But you're right. I was monoliths, ghost ships, horror, UFOs, and
Yeah.
fake news.
And Bobby's just yelling about gay,
Gay
penguins.
penguins.
All right, so these are mine. I'm curious to see if anybody else saw these, so we'll go. So Subway bread
Yes.
isn't. Yes, okay. Subway bread isn't actually bread. Man wins lawsuit against parents for throwing out $25,000 worth of pornography. And woman has breakdown in Starbucks after she's told they are out of oat milk. Subway one is that the Ireland Supreme Court ruled that bread sold at Subway isn't actually bread because it does not meet the legal definition of bread due to how much sugar is in the bread. The pornography one is that a Michigan man will be awarded a summary judgment of $75,000 due to his parents throwing out his prized pornography collection. The man stated that the collection had irreplaceable items and property, and the parents told the Michigan
it
man
really
that
did.
he did his son a favor by getting rid of the stuff. And then the woman had a breakdown in Montreal and she was charged with damaging property after she got into a heated dispute between her barista over the fact they were out of the milk she preferred in her beverage.
So
I know these, so I'm gonna
I know the
abstain.
man with the porn. He's also what they fail to mention is that he's like 42.
Well, I have it in the article.
Okay, he's like an older dude that's living at home and like.
And he does have some irreplaceable Playboy
And
covers.
I know the judge summarily ruled they should be responsible for it. I don't know if the amount's right or not, but I know that story itself happened.
Okay.
What is the legal? The article has to mention what the legal sugar amount is.
It
for
said
bread
that
in-
the sugar content in Subway bread does not meet the definition of staple. Like, what they were trying to do was get a tax exempt on it being considered a staple, but because of the sugar content, it was considered specialty baked bread.
That sounds like some horse shit. What was the third one? The oat milk.
The oat milk.
I could see some bitches getting freaked out when Starbucks doesn't have their oat milk.
Yeah.
There are a
No,
lot of.
I think it's the well, the problem with the bread one is I know they had a similar thing happen here because it had the same chemical as like yoga mats. The Subway's bread, their flatbread did. So it's this is hard. I'm gonna go.
I went with difficult ones.
No shit.
I'm going Subway.
Yeah, I'll go with Subway.
Subway.
No, Subway
it was
was
Subway
true.
bread is real.
Oh
Okay,
no,
I'm
is
gonna-
it the oat milk?
oat milk is fake. So here's
That
what,
sounds like it really happened.
So yeah, that's why I did it. So here's what it says. The ruling came in a tax dispute brought by Bookfinders Ltd, an Irish Subway franchisee, which argued that some of its takeaway products, including teas, coffees, and heated sandwiches, were not liable for value-added tax. The panel of judges rejected the appeal Tuesday, which was a while ago, ruling that the bread sold by Subway contains too much sugar and can be categorized as cannot be categorized as a staple food, which is not taxed.
Yeah, because it's really not bread.
Yeah, and
No.
there is no dispute that the bread supplied by Subway in its heated sandwiches has a sugar content of 10% of the weight of the flour included in the
Right.
dough and thus exceeds the 2% specified. The law makes a distinction between bread as a staple food and other baked goods, which are approach confectionery or fancy baked goods.
So when you people think you're going to Subway to eat healthy, which is their their I almost said lotto slogan, you're not eating healthy.
Okay, and I really want to read this pornography one. It's really funny. It's just like, it's like it stacks on. He's like, he got divorced, and then he moved in with his parents, but he took his, like, one part of his collection and then moved. But he came back to get the rest of it, and his parents had thrown it away because his mom had seen some of the stuff. And some of it was allegedly child pornography,
Oh, God.
which he had said that it wasn't. But
She probably said it was child pornography
Yeah.
and it wasn't.
But he said he called his dad, and his dad's like, I did this for betterment for you. Me and your mother are just so
The
ashamed.
thing is that he had very, very rare Playboys that you can't
Yeah.
find anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
He had a rare
I understand
porn
that there's
collection.
a
Niche.
collector's market for this. However, if my mom found if I even had paper porn, if my mom found it and then discarded it,
Yeah.
I probably would not try to sue her. I'd be like,
Well,
son of a bitch.
He claimed that his son, the dad claimed that some of it was depicted as incestuous sexual relationships. So, step bro, I'm stuck. Kind of that kind of meme is kind of the thing.
I saw a TikTok about that yesterday. It made me laugh.
Allegedly, sex with minors and animals, sexual assault, and slavery. And that's what they had seen on his porn
Well, slavery is a
collection.
kink, so
It sounds like this dude
Yeah.
has like a lot of BDSM porn.
Yeah.
That's
and
what
then
I'm
got-
thinking. Yeah.
However, it was investigated by the sheriff's department, and they found no evidence of child pornography.
Yeah.
No, I seriously doubt.
I think he had a bunch of weird
he
like
definitely
BDSM stuff.
wouldn't have sued if he was like, my child pornography.
How dare you throw out my kitty porn?
But yeah, it was a summary judgment motion. I was like, dang, those are rare. So
That's because it was valuable.
yeah,
Yeah,
$25,000,
It
man.
has a monetary value.
Yeah.
But I figured my whole point was trying to make a story that sounded believable, and you know some bitches go crazy over their oat milk for Starbucks.
I feel like it was his parents were probably big Trump supporters. And when they saw his Melania porn, they were like, we gotta get rid of this.
Oh my goodness, my stars! Why is she sitting on that
Do you wanna
washing
be
machine?
my first penis for the first lady?
She's like, he has like star whores and stuff like that.
That'd be awesome.
May the force be in you.
I don't need that.
But yeah,
Welcome to the dark side. Round ball.
Jesus.
but yeah. So the guy, that's gonna make it really awkward at Thanksgiving when you got to pay your son $25,000.
That's the part that I don't
$75,000.
get. Like, there's no amount of money my mom could throw away on my stuff, or I'd take her to court. I'd
Yeah,
be like,
no, that's
how about
that's
next time we don't
awful.
throw my stuff away? Especially since it was just
Yeah.
a portion of his collection.
Well, not even that. He paid $25,000 for his porn collection, but he ended up getting $75,000 because of attorney's fees.
God.
I'm like, damn, throw down, my friend.
Fuck yeah.
Way to put your parents in the poorhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could have just waited until they died and made sure they had a will.
You could be out of it
Okay.
now. You could be out of it now.
All right, Chris.
All right.
All right, Christopher.
Tough.
We're going to go. I'm just going to read into all three of mine. They're basically news articles.
Okay.
So I did them that style. All right.
Like the news.
Yeah, the old school, like,
Why are you-
30s.
You sounded like you were at the horse races.
Oh.
Have you been to horse races? That is not what they sound like.
Yeah. That's a call to the thing for the dogs.
The horse racing dogs.
It looked like you blacked out for a second.
You did.
All right, here we go. A Ukrainian religious leader who claimed coronavirus was God's divine punishment for same-sex marriage has shockingly contracted the disease himself.
Yeah.
Patriarch Filaret, 91, is the head of the Ukrainian Orthodox Church of Kiev and one of the country's largest congregations. He was hospitalized last week after testing positive for coronavirus and pneumonia.
Yikes, that's a double.
What you doing there, son?
How much dick you sucking?
Number 2. Reality TV star Joe Exotic to be pardoned. After the wild success of Netflix's Tiger King, fans of the eccentric Joe Exotic took to social media to demand he be released from the Federal Medical Center in Fort Worth, Texas. A Change.org online petition to release Joe Exotic, whose real name is Joseph Allen Maldonado Passage, has received over 3 million online signatures and apparently caught the attention of President Donald Trump. After being questioned about Mr. Maldonado Passage, Trump was quoted, "Joe Exotic is a great American, and I will see to it that he's released before my term is over." There's no news yet on an actual release date or any comments from Joe Exotic himself.
Okay, that's okay.
Number 3. One of President Donald Trump's former Atlantic City casinos will be blown up next month, and for the right amount of money, you could be the one to press the button that brings it down. The demolition of the former Trump Plaza Casino has become a fundraiser to benefit the Boys and Girls Club of Atlantic City, and the mayor hopes he will raise in excess of $1 million.
Okay.
So I actually know which one's fake. I'm pretty sure.
I think I know which one's fake as well.
I watch a show on, it's called Internet Today. Each week they do a thing called Weekly Weird News. I heard about the Joe Exotic thing because there's a guy that's been driving around on a fucking tour bus with it, trying to get him pardoned by Trump.
Okay.
I know the Trump casino. It's a casino or a hotel. You get the you bid.
It was the Atlantic City Hotel.
you bid, and
That's
then
the-
so I'm gonna go with the Ukrainian one's fake.
Okay.
I'm going to say actually it's the Joe Exotic one is fake because
Okay.
he hasn't
Yeah.
said he would pardon him. He
Right,
just
I
said
think
that.
Trump hasn't said anything.
Yeah, I
about
think
it.
people are campaigning for it, but I don't think he said anything. And I did know about the Trump Tower one because it actually appeared on NPR. That's how
Oh,
crazy
nice.
it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm thinking. And then the Ukrainian one's just such a instant karma that I've seen a
so
whole
good.
bunch of stories
I
like
want
that.
that one to be true.
Yeah.
I'll go with the
I'm going with Joe Exotic.
It's Joe Exotic.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I didn't know if Trump said anything.
That's
but I
all
know
I
it's,
know.
Yeah.
I had to write that like news style.
It was true, though. But there are people who are
Yeah.
trying to get
No,
him.
it was good because
Yeah. I know.
it's almost all true, except Trump.
Has not said anything
Yeah.
or will pardon him.
I don't think he'd still get out, though, because I think he had state charges as well. So I know he's in federal prison. Karen Baskin's that
Carol.
bitch.
Karen.
Well, I had one that I wanted to talk about, and you know how we've talked about Forrest Finn's treasure?
Yeah.
And it was found. But did you guys know that there was a lawyer who sued Forrest Finn and the unidentified finder because she had found the treasure, and all of her stuff was stolen, and then wiped off her hard drive. So she sued, saying, "I want to know who found it, and I want to know exactly how he found it, because there's a good chance he stole the info from me."
Oh,
So
shit.
he came forward and said, "It's me," but he still hasn't walked through his steps to finding it.
So the problem is, like, even if she had the right location, if she hadn't gone to retrieve it, it's still not hers. That's what sucks. Was with Forrest Finn, he said,
Yeah.
"Whoever retrieves it, it's yours,"
Yeah.
and that was
So
his
she's
stuff to give
suing.
away.
I think like she wanted to know who it was, and then she wants to pursue like charges
Sure.
of theft.
I bet there are a lot of people that say they knew where it was.
Yeah. I'll be curious to see how it turns out. Listen, a man won $25,000 from his parents.
She won the thing that he had to reveal himself.
75,000.
75,000. Yeah, 75,000.
She won that he had to reveal. So he comes forward and he's like, "It was c'est moi," and he was a medical student. And he's like, "I'm gonna pay off my student loans."
Not yet.
Not yet.
I kind of understand him because I think I may steal somebody's information to pay off my student loans too.
Yeah, the
gonna
problem
delete
is
that
like
out.
to steal it, you'd have to be sure she was right,
Right.
and know
Yeah.
who she was.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
That's the thing is there's
Yeah.
so many people that guessed, and even people that have died searching for this treasure because it was in about a 400,000 square mile stretch of somewhere.
yeah,
That there's no way there are online forums and subreddits, and a lot of people say they know where it's at. You'd have to
Yeah.
know she was right,
Yeah.
know who she was, be able to hack into her computer or
Yeah.
break into her house. Like it's so far fetched that
Yeah.
Yeah.
what if you be that person that just accidentally stumbled on it?
cool, it's yours.
But what I found out, and I didn't know this, is that Forrest Finn and his family have been stalked.
oh yeah,
Kidnapped,
absolutely.
ransomed, death threats. People who are on these hunts have been kidnapped.
Yes.
And like fleeced for their info. This was
And it was like it's
I'm
not
like,
even
for-
like that much money. Like it was cool stuff, but it was
that's
like
$2 million.
$2.5 million
and you
worth of
have
stuff.
to find a buyer.
Yeah. And
It
a
is-
lot, not only that, but like there was a bracelet that has to go back to the Forrest Finn family. That was one of his
Yeah.
prized possessions that he put in there. Mm-hmm. And like a lot of it is, you're going to get real talk because I do a lot of metal detecting and treasure hunting. Some of this stuff you're going to get sued over to be returned to the rightful owners.
That's what
And
I
you,
was
you
thinking.
know
Yeah.
that going in. And Forrest Finn even mentioned it. Like they're going to, because he's been sued
Yeah.
a million times.
Yeah,
So you know that going in. It's just, it's supposed to be the thrill of the hunt.
Or say he
Right.
took something that's now considered some country's
Sacred,
national
yeah.
treasure, sacred. You have to give it back.
Absolutely.
so
Like, it's not just a crime in the U.S. You have committed a
International
world,
felony. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's crazy to me that in 2020 the thing that didn't get as much like coverage because of how crazy everything was is the fact that the Defense Department and most governments have come out and said aliens are real.
The fact that they announced that we have a UFO, we have it,
Yeah.
we possess it, and everybody's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that sounds about right. Like, what the hell?
And it's
I
gonna
know.
Can I see a
take us-
picture? What's up?
And it's literally going to take us into the next level of existence.
Yes.
Within the next few years.
And we own it.
And we have it. And we're,
No one cares.
no.
No one gives two craps. So
And this isn't like your conspiracy theorists. This is
NASA
the head of the Department of Defense.
or DoD reporting like we
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
a craft that was not made on Earth.
Right.
Is how they described
Yeah.
it. I've only heard of one of those.
And the only thing the DoD guy said was the little green men thing is a myth. The rest of it's
Cool. They're gray. What's up?
yeah, exactly. And they're not little. They're like 8 feet tall.
Yep. So there was a guy, supposedly that worked for NASA, that he was super tall. He was from Venus, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
His name was Valiant Thor.
Yes, I've heard the story. Yeah,
He worked for NASA in like the 50s and 60s, and supposedly helped them get the huge like jump in technology that we saw.
yeah.
Was specifically from Valiant Thor.
He was basically like the Romulans.
Yeah.
No, yeah. It was Romulans
He
who
was-
in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
he
you've
was
got hyperspeed.
supposedly from Venus. And he's like, yeah, there's a lot of people on a lot of planets.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting, bro.
Because he said under the gas cloud of Venus is perfectly livable, which is what we've often theorized.
Well, it's kind of the same for us. We just adapted to our atmosphere.
Yeah, one of
And
the news
our
stories I
oxygen.
read is that the Earth, it's kind of sketch that we survive. Life survives on Earth.
Yeah.
So here's how I look at it. I don't think it's sketch. I think life finds a way. The old
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum thing. I think if there is a possibility, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, if it's geothermal vents in the middle of the ocean that are 2,000 degrees, there's all kinds of things that live on them and hang out there and literally
Oh,
breathe
yeah.
the sulfur it exudes. Like
Yeah.
that's not possible, but somehow it is.
Octopuses have ammonia for blood.
Yeah, ice worms. There are ice worms in the Arctic. Tardigrades. Like if there is a possibility that life will be there, everywhere we look.
Oh, and they'll always
There's
be
life.
there. They are immortal. You can't kill them.
Yeah, tardigrades don't go away.
If
But,
they ever go aggro, we're doomed.
but I keep looking at this and everybody's like, so I tend to think that there's a balance of life. Like everything that exists has balance in the universe. However, if something goes away, like if an animal becomes extinct, that balance isn't thrown off. Something else just fills that gap.
Yeah.
It'll either evolve or something will move in. So I don't think there's ever, until we get to like entropy, no life. I think it's just different life. And that's fine. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
bother me. But I think if there's a possibility, because everywhere we find a possibility, it exists. In circumstances that we were 100% 50 years ago say there's no way there's life down here.
And boom, there's life.
Teeming with life. Fields of it. And it's like,
Yeah.
huh, interesting.
Oh.
And if it's possible,
look at
apparently
that.
it is. Okay, sorry.
You're fine.
One of my
No.
favorites.
No, it's fine.
I rolled my
Existent-
eyes at myself. I was like, you fucking idiot.
You're still thinking about like
yeah,
New Year's Eve?
it's in my brain.
Gay penguins.
I want to fuck a gay penguin.
No. Well, that's
Why do you got to throw Chris off like that?
Jesus.
Because
All
it's
right.
so easy.
So the one story I didn't use that I assumed everybody would, that is actually true, was that in New Orleans, a Catholic priest got caught on the altar at night having sex with two dominatrixes.
Yeah.
And, like, it wasn't, like, in the back room. He got found out because somebody walking down the street looked in the window and was like, that's a priest fucking two bitches. Called the cops. He was promptly arrested. The dominatrixes were like, we're not they tried to get him for prostitution, and they're like, we're not prostitutes. We are legitimate sex workers. That is not prostitution. The archbishop has since burned the altar. The priest is currently still in jail. And he's like, if it's up to me, he will never be a priest again.
Man, listen, I get you got kinks, but couldn't you have just done that in your house?
Close the window?
I mean,
I don't
yeah.
like...
It's like you're peeking through that stained glass and you're kind of seeing something weird going on. You're like, what?
And it apparently wasn't even like the stained glass. It was just a front window, and they were walking by. We're like, "What's going on?" Huh?
Oh, Jesus, wait.
But yeah,
I
two
don't think I would have
dominatrixes.
called the police, but I may.
I would have went and took pictures. Just, hey, what are you doing? Like just
Yeah, yeah,
busting in
yeah.
on them.
Like,
I'm
Kool-Aid Man him.
"Hey."
Well, my thing is like,
Pictures.
since it was two dominatrixes, did they have him in like one of those like,
Gimp suits?
well, like cock and ball torture devices,
think
and they're just
so.
like whipping him in the wiener with a
Yeah.
cat of nine tails? Like,
With a thing up his butt. I'm
yeah,
positive. Yeah.
like it's just so random that like.
I would have made a TikTok account on the spot and TikTok the shit out of that.
But yeah, he is currently in jail. The dominatrixes are
Okay,
free.
what is
because
he in jail for though? Oh, public
apparently,
indecency.
I guess, and
And
apparently,
prostitution, possibly.
yeah, that's what they tried to arrest the dominatrixes for prostitution. They're
Yeah.
like, we're not prostitutes.
Mm-hmm.
There is a
Soliciting
very stark
sex,
line.
that could be a thing.
But yeah, he is currently imprisoned. The archbishop is like, maybe not be a priest anymore.
Yeah. Get your
Also,
kinks.
burn that altar because they were like on the altar.
Yeah,
Like it's bananas crazy.
they defaced it, defiled it.
Debased it.
With
Yeah,
at
I'm
worst
sure they
hiss
were-
even.
He based it for real.
Yeah, it's turkey based up his butt.
Ugh.
You want some of that butt gravy? Come on.
And he didn't just get one dominatrix; he
Two.
Yeah.
There were two of them.
Listen, he had to get it from the front and the back.
That's what I'm thinking.
You know, when I was dating Talea, she told me the story because one of the dominatrix is an old classmate of hers. So, in college classmate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. She found out. I was like, oh, fuck.
Well, I was thinking we could end this on like a wholesome note.
No.
No. We're ending it with priests and
Well, I was gonna say
dominatrixes.
we could all see what everybody's New Year's resolutions are.
Okay.
Just like if you have one,
Okay.
I have mine.
Okay.
Go for it.
You go first, Bobby.
Bobby's New Year's resolutions. Oh, one really, because I might have a big boy job on Monday. We'll see.
Okay.
I get my drug test and my third interview with Colonial Pipeline,
Nice.
Ooh.
making that real money.
Okay.
But digress. My one Singletary New Year's resolution is because I get the shop and moving out. It's whatever. But don't date anybody that's fucking married,
Okay.
Makes good sense, yeah.
and don't kiss crazy women on New Year's Eve.
Okay, fair. You got a whole nother year to make that sure that doesn't happen.
Emphasis on don't. Tell Leia that you're listening. I'm dating you again. She keeps looking at all my shit on Facebook and stuff.
Oh, you're like, damn weirdo.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Angie, do you have a New Year's?
No, you go ahead.
I just want to be a sea captain.
Okay.
That was my New Year's resolution last year. I never made it to the sea or grew a beard for this, so I'm still working on it. I'm working on me.
Buy some testosterone pills. Come on.
Yeah. So
Okay.
become a sea captain.
Excellent. Chris?
For the whole new year, lose some more weight, and then that's kind of it. Just keep going forward and make it through. Like
I feel-
2020 was
yeah.
such a shit show. I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah. I'm like, losing weight is kind of the goal, like a real life goal. But if you really want to aspire to something, you make something that you can possibly do.
Well, like my other one is to get us like on some road trips to do this,
Yeah.
like from
Yeah,
like,
that would be a
on
lot of fun.
location places. Like I like to travel anyways. And if I can do that and combine this with it, that makes it way better for
Yeah,
me. 'Cause
and
it's kind of like it's work.
It's a
shouldn't it?
lot of fun when we can do other things, like go on location and do it. It just sucks because last year, like every event that we've ever done got canceled.
Well, I'm hoping with the
Vaccination.
vaccinations coming out that we can start doing at least limited travel.
Yeah.
And since we're a podcast, we can say this is work.
This is for work.
Like-
yeah.
We're essential.
We're
but-
essential businesses.
Like I want to go to some like just some fun weird stuff around the South.
Yeah,
like,
that-
because I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm down. We've done Bigfoot.
We'll call it our Weird South series.
Yeah, I mean we could do like even if it's just once a month for like a day,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just to go do something.
Like,
get-
like when we
yeah.
went to the Corpse Manor.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
We have to go back and bring Chris.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we'll make
we'll
it like an
have to take
overnight trip or something where we go.
I'm not camping out there. The fuck
We're
you
not saying
talking
go
about?
camping. We're saying we'll stay up
I'll
there.
camp out there.
Fuck no.
I thought it was a great place.
I'm not camping out there.
So I will, but only because none of this bothers me. Like I don't. I'm more concerned with the cold
That-
or the bears.
I'm
Like,
concerned about people.
yeah, whatever.
I'm concerned about the
There
weird.
were a lot of shotgun shells. around
yeah.
there.
So
So again,
Shockingly.
a lot of people hunt up there, and whatever. I got a gun. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned with again bears and cold.
There
Those
were
are
a
two
lot
things
of
I don't like at
snakes,
night.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
snakes are most of them
Yeah.
are even that with me like because of my job. I don't care about snakes.
Yeah.
Angie.
I want to go to Corpsewood and take one of the bricks and just see what happens.
Why are you like
I
this?
just need to know. if
So
the curse
this is why
real.
you want to go back. It's not because you want to go explore it to show it to Chris. You just want to take one of the bricks and get cursed.
Yeah.
All right, that's the end of this episode.
Actually, no. I have one more addition.
What?
I want us to get groupies so I can fuck them.
Jesus.
We have some groupies.
I want attractive groupies.
If there's a groupie out
You're
there listening
asking
to
way
this
too much.
podcast, Bobby wants to fuck you. So
I want
including
a
the guys.
mildly fuckable woman groupie. Happy?
Okay, so your goal. Okay, so here's how this relates. Chris wants us to go on these trips,
Yeah.
right? So then we garner more listeners.
Yeah.
So as we get bigger, you get those groupies. So like
Yeah.
we end up at a convention where there's a lot of drunk women. There you go. You did it.
They're drunk. They can't consent.
They're not drunk. Sober women cosplaying.
There you go.
Wow, Becky.
I just made it better.
Wow. They have to be drunk to be interested in Bobby?
Yeah. Am I fucking ugly, Becky?
So you can find us on Facebook at the Free Rotation Podcast.
It's your personality.
True.
You can find us on Twitter at the Free Rotation. We're also on
It's the
YouTube
fact
and
that
Twitch.
you walk up with a dildo in your butt already.
You
Hey,
can,
it's
the
surprise.
Free Rotation. Damn. Hey guys, yeah, I just want to point out this month is our 3-year anniversary of this podcast, and nothing has gotten better.
Yes,
The
it
sound
has. Are
quality?
you kidding?
Yeah, I mean it's gotten better, but some things just don't change.
We don't need to. We'll find the way we
What do you mean?
YouTube and Twitch at the Free Rotation.
What about
don't-
Spooderfy?
You can find all of the backlog at Stitcher, all your favorite podcast apps. Check us out at freerotation.com.
Oh, we're also on the Pornhub too, by the way. We're
No,
verified.
we're not there.
Yeah.
WeBeGeeksPC.com.
No, we're on the Pornhub. Oh yeah.
I want everybody
Please don't
to
search for us on
understand.
Pornhub.
Yeah, I was about to say, I want everybody to understand this is Bobby and Angie's joke. Not
Yeah.
my joke. I am not associated with any
It's
of these
not a
people on this
joke,
podcast.
It's real.
Right. I
Did you go and make an account and that has no videos on it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're on Pornhub.
Can I add
Yeah.
videos?
Yeah.
Well, see, I'm gonna write.
None of them are going to be porn.
No,
it's just
it's
going to be
couple
weird
hits.
stuff.
It's like choking a rubber chicken.
I would also like
I choke my chicken.
I'd also like to formally announce my resignation as the technical producer of this podcast.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You're
Done.
stuck.
I'll hire somebody else.
You're the junior paranormal investigator. I'm going to change your title on our website just for that. It says co-host, but I'm adding /junior paranormal investigator.
That's fine.
Can I upload just like rock hunting videos to our Pornhub? Like guys out searching for like amethysts and stuff. Like
No, say you're getting rock hard. The rock hard series,
Oh,
some
it's
stupid.
so good. I love
I
it.
would have think that'd be funny too on like OnlyFans. Or like, come check out what I've uploaded on OnlyFans, and it's just Chris with his metal detector out.
But in the background is Bobby walking with like a horse dildo, like the horse.
He's
tail,
watching
just
across the
bopping by.
I was like, "What's you doing, Chris?" No, detective. Good for you, man.
Did you find an altar? And he's got 2 women with him.
Oh man.
Actually, my real one is I want to continue the paranormal investigating,
Yeah.
and I want to find proof. Even though I'm pretty convinced after some stuff we've come across and seen.
Yeah.
Like, I believed, but now I believe.
I want to sleep with a ghost. Like cuddle, not fuck a ghost. You
I
can't
thought
fuck
you
a ghost.
just wanted to pet a ghost pupper.
Well, I want to do more. I want to cuddle
Oh.
with a ghost. I'm not
Okay.
saying I want to fuck a ghost. You can't fuck a ghost. You can cuddle.
He's literally turning into Christina Ricci from Casper. This is what's happening to Bobby.
Oh.
Christina Ricci, like 10 years later, was really hot.
Yeah, she's very gothy.
She's kinky.
Mhm.
Can
Her
we end
and
this episode?
Like Lady from the Craft. She
Oh.
crazy.
I'm gonna. Okay, bye.
love y'all.
Happy New Year.
Just because you say bye doesn't mean I have to stop it.
Yeah, you're stopping it.
That's my problem.
What?